Welcome back to Real Life Reviews, and in this video we're taking a look at the Giro Foray MIPS road helmet. Now this is the MIPS version, and I wouldn't actually even consider any helmet that wasn't either MIPS or a similar safety protection system. MIPS, for those of you who don't know, stands for Multi-Directional Impact Protection System, and what that means is that inside, I'm cutting right to the nitty-gritty here, inside we have a cage system that allows movement so that when your head, because pretty much every blow that you're going to take on your head, should you have the misfortune to have an accident, is going to be at an angle and a glance, and this allows that screw, that torsional effect to absorb energy. So this is the number one point. This helmet has MIPS, and from that perspective I wouldn't be actually reviewing any helmet that didn't have a protection system like that. Why might we consider this helmet? Well, to start with, this is a really well priced helmet. It's actually Giro's entry level helmet into road specific helmets. It looks very similar, and I'm going to keep turning it round so you get an idea of what the shape of the helmet. It looks very similar to its synth helmet, and why not? Why sort of break the molds? You know, don't fix it if it ain't broke, so to speak. So it does have good style to it. Build quality. What you're getting, obviously, is trickle down from the much more expensive helmets. And this helmet, you can get all sorts of deals for this helmet. This helmet is incredibly well priced for the features that it's got. We're looking at anything 55 to 75, depending on the colour scheme and what you can get and the deals at the time. We've got a link to Wiggle in the description down below, and Wiggle has some really good deals on this helmet at the moment. Please use that link. If you do, you can get a particularly good deal possibly, but we also get a tiny proportion of what you spend. You don't spend any more, and it helps keep the channel going. So it's a very good build quality. When I talk about the build and the build quality, it uses Giro's what they call in-mold construction technique. And what that does, the polystyrene, which is a single density polystyrene, is molded to the outer shell, the hard shell, in one single process. And that lends for a particularly good bonding, but also adds to the lightness of this helmet. In medium, this helmet is 270 grams. That's pretty good. Other features, well, you can tell if you just look at the top and around it, it is littered with vents. It has 21 vents, and I've got to say, the exhaust venting at the rear of this helmet is also pretty good. So it's pretty well ventilated. Now, it's not as well ventilated as some more expensive helmets, but then again, that's partly why you're spending well over £100 more on a more expensive helmet. So it does have good ventilation for what you're spending your money on. In terms of fixing this to your head, inside we have Giro's rock lock retention system. It's a dial, you can hear it clicking there, so you can tighten and loosen. It's their 5th iteration, so they call it Rock Lock 5, and that gives for really good grip to the head, and that's what you need if the MIPS is going to work. It's also got a vertical adjustment, and if we look inside the helmet, you can see it here. Early versions of this helmet were criticised because if you pulled it down to its maximum, then put the helmet on your head, it would push in. Well, I think whether they've done it purposely or not, but this now works much, much better. I've not come across any movement of that vertical sort of expansion retention system at all. So really good fit there. Similarly, the straps. The straps are simple clip for under the chin, but also, again, simple and easy adjustment for around the ears. So very easy to get this helmet to fit from the perspective of the caging, the MIPS, the retention system and the straps. What I would say though is we're all different, and this helmet tends to fit a rounded head more than a sort of blocked head. I don't want to upset anyone or insult anybody, but we all have a different shaped head, and it is with all helmets well worth trying one on in a shop before you buy, particularly if you're going online. Some people don't seem to mind, some people that fit's quite important. In terms of measurement though, it does fit true to size. If you're a 56, go for the medium, which covers the 56, etc, etc. Continuing with the fit though, inside you have the padding. It's quite basic if I'm honest, however it is removable and therefore washable, so keeping the helmet fresh is a doddle. So yeah, quite basic, but it does the job, and as I say, it is removable and you can wash it. I would also say it's actually quite aero. Most modern road helmets are aero to a degree now, I know, but I actually think, particularly from the side, this looks good, and the colourway, the swooping of the colourway helps that. From the front, it possibly looks a bit rounded and a bit bulbous. That might suit some people, might not suit others. In summary then, the Giro Foray MIPS road cycling helmet. Exactly what you want in terms of value for money and keeping your important cranium safe on the bike. Multi-directional impact protection system, MIPS, adjustability, comfort, looks good, and quite frankly, if you're spending in that £55 to £75 range, I'm not sure you can get a better value and quality helmet for the road. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and share it with your friends. If you haven't yet subscribed, well, click on the little round picture down there. Down here, we've got a review of the Met Drone wide body helmet. Up there, the Shimano TR9 triathlon shoes, and up there, some muck-off rider gloves. Thank you for watching.